Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Whelan. My pronouns are he, him. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. Tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly local actual play show.
Laps.
I think you get a free pass on that one, but never again. Tonight...
Until bite.
Until I do it again. Tonight, we are playing Dragonbane by Free League Publishing. It is a fantasy RPG that is full of mirth and mayhem. And we are not only playing Dragonbane, but we are playing through the entirety of the adventure that is included in the box set, The Secret of the Dragon Emperor. Dragonbane is one of my favorite box set products of the past few years, just because it is jam-packed with stuff. And it is a great one-stop shop for players who want to have a fantasy campaign, but they don't want to buy a bunch of books and then an adventure and then a thing, and then it's all in there. If you want to see how the adventure started with a fun little character building campfire scene, you're going to want to go back one episode. We also have our session 0 tucked away for our friends of Pat Rayon, if you want to see us build these characters. Right now, we want to get to the action. So we're going to quickly go around the table, have everybody introduce who they are and the character that they're playing. And let's start with our first mind player.
Hi, I'm Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers. Y'all can call me Bug, and I'm a lizard people bard.
Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hello, my name is Ethan Eichstätt Anderson, he, him, and I am playing William Featherface V, also known as Bill. He is a mallard merchant, and this bill slowly fills with moisture as you're wearing it.
Oh, it's like a...
You should. What he pours it out like a
like a trumpet.
Yeah. Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi everybody, my name is Jordan Fishburne, she, her, and I am playing Begga Shadowleaf, the Elven Knight.
And last but not least, our final mind player of the evening.
Hi, I'm Sarah Babe, she, they, and I am playing Titania Stormblessed, and she is a Wolf King Elementalist Mage.
When we last left our adventurers, you saw a figure crawling towards campfire, and they had been viciously wounded by an arrow. You growled at them, but now what do you do?
I'm going to basically growl, bound up to them, get in their face, and be like, who are you?
My name is Weatherman. Master Weatherman. You have to take this. And he shoves a bundle into your paw. There is something heavy inside of it.
What is this?
Get it to Leonara. She'll understand. Must find all 4 pieces. It's the secret of the Dragon Emperor. And he coughs a few times, and black bile pops out of his mouth with every cough.
Never a good time.
You don't even have to consider your skills as a healer or any spells to know that he has clearly been poisoned.
Yeah. And that it's not a poison I can do anything about?
No. I mean, well, you know what? I mean, do you want to roll for it?
Sure.
So, because let's bust out some dice here. So, the way that the game works is, it is a roll under game. The skill is healing, which is based off of your intelligence.
Yes. So I'm rolling to get under my healing. Okay.
Yes.
Ha! I got to an 11. That is under my 12.
Okay.
Nice.
You've seen wounds like this before. There is no hope for a goblin poison wound like this.
Okay, so this goblin.
Can I roll up and check in?
I mean, I'm sure I'm not being quiet.
Okay.
If you had heard,
I was
you
just
heard me
double
growl.
checking that you weren't being
To be fair, I was probably telling a really loud story.
But my ear's on a swivel for anything going on in the camp, since I'm technically
Yeah, I'm
the
not.
person that should be getting hit. in scenarios.
I am not being quiet.
Yeah.
So you probably heard me growl. You heard me yell.
I definitely make my way over super fast. Are you all right?
I'm fine, but it seems
Are there the arrow? Are they coming at us next? Because we should.
Where did you come from? To Master Weatherman, or is he gone?
It's gone.
The weatherman came.
I start searching him to see if he has any remnants on him that might say where he's from, what direction he might have been
Oh.
from.
So go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh
do that,
no. She's not doing this well, just so everybody's pre-prepared for
that's
that.
fine.
What happens if I roll my number?
That I believe it is equal to or under.
Because
Fortune favors the bold.
I had to get under a 4 and I rolled a 4.
Okay, that's good enough.
All right.
I just so happened to stumble upon.
As you ruffle his robes, you notice
Very respectfully.
that he has a symbol tattooed on the underside of his left forearm.
Ooh, kind of like a diamond with horns.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or a diamond that really wants a hug.
Oh, that's a good explanation.
I know out of game. I think I know what that symbol is.
A diamond that wants a hug.
Yeah,
So,
we said. It looks like a deer's head.
Would it be gauche to like cut that off of his skin?
Ooh, maybe we could just sketch it. Anybody good at drawing? Because if you could just draw it.
Does anyone?
Yeah,
How
we
would I
could-
figure out if I knew what that symbol was?
I would say you would make a
myths and legend?
myths and legends roll.
Ooh, can we all do it?
Is the that's not a one.
Would my treasure hunter skill help?
Ooh, I
What?
done it.
Whoa. One at a time here.
What happens when you roll a 20?
Oh, well,
Nice.
that is a critical failure that you rolled a demon. So, the good news is that you see the little dot next to that skill.
Yes.
You get to mark that because you now have an XP mark for
I
that skill.
failed. Yay.
Don't-
Basically, you
Don't
learn.
look at me.
Oh, are you also? Did we roll dub 20s on that first roll?
We absolutely
This
did.
is such a good sign of the portents.
Okay.
I wanted you to know in case there's a consequence you
Let's
need to
pretend.
double.
Oh, there absolutely is.
Okay.
The body starts on fire.
No.
It explodes. Only on us.
Yeah.
And
I got an 8 under my 10, thanks.
you recognize that as a rune connected to a demon named Sathmog. But before you can let everybody else know that, the whistle of arrows come from the darkness. Let's draw some initiative, shall we?
No.
I'm going to pass the deck around. You may choose, as long as you draw it blind, whatever card you wish.
How much health do all you guys have, by the way?
Enough.
Yo, I'm a caster.
No.
So,
You want the card to be low because we count up from 1.
10. Ethan has 8. Sarah, you have...
7.
Okay, wow. I remember now the character creation and I started to sweat.
Hey, I'm being generous by not being like, well, did you have your armor off because you were setting up camp?
I actually didn't. I was going to say something about how I was just about to change out of my armor and then I heard her growling, but then I was like, I just want to get over there.
Well, then you're like, chkink. Oh, wait, chkink. Okay. The attackers are going to go on 1 card, and on your turn, you can move and perform 1 action. You might as well lay out your cards face up. Let everybody know when y'all are going.
7.
Ooh.
All right, Mallard.
Good job.
Looks like
Um,
you are able to Nope.
Go
I
first.
can't.
So, on 1, what are you doing?
Duck.
He who quacks.
I
quacks
wish
best.
to duck.
You quacks
Also
first,
known as
quacks.
evade.
So, the things that are attacking you right now are regular creatures, which means that they make 2-hit rolls and everything. I'm just going to say that if you're spending your action to do it, you can crawl underneath your wagon or find some place where you can hide
Yeah.
out and not be targeted.
That is 100% what I want to do.
Okay. On number 2.
I was thinking about disarming
Okay.
the first person that I get
Okay.
in
So,
contact with.
okay.
So the disarm it can't be dodged or parried. It's an opposed roll of weapon versus weapon. If an enemy is using a 2-handed weapon, it gives them Bane. And if I succeed in disarming them, it knocks the weapon away. So that was my first move. So my flail, weapon versus whatever their weapon is. I think we agreed that flails are hammers.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I think we're going to do it like this.
Mhm.
They're going to roll their weapon skill. You're going to roll your weapon skill. If they succeed, they're going to get their shot off as you charge up to them.
Okay.
That means that they are going to get advantage.
Yes, I want to be punished for rolling a a 20 so early in this game. I rolled a 13.
I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Yes.
Apparently your punishment was watching me completely shank a die roll with a boon.
That's what makes it fun for us. So the success knocks their weapon away 2 meters. That is my action.
To put some cinematic on it, your eyes flash with anger as you dash forward, and the goblin hits you square in the chest, but the beautiful armor that you're wearing, you barely even feel it as you dash up to the goblin and smash him with your flail, and it goes one way and the bow goes the other way.
Yeah, because that poisonous arrow got Begga's heart thumping,
Mm-hmm.
because she can only do so much to protect everybody.
So 3, 4, 5.
5. Does it count as an action to slip out of my silken finery and camouflage myself?
Are you talking about using your
My ability is camouflage, yes.
I'm going to say no, as long
Okay.
as you're spending the willpower point.
Okay.
So every character, their heritage gives them a special ability. Bug's special ability is chameleon shit, basically. And I imagine that your clothes, like, you know how to do this. You go,
Yes.
and there's just a pile of
This
clothes
is just
there.
what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think really what I do is I slide out of it, toss it so that it looks like I've gone that way, but I camouflage myself. And then I stab them in the kidneys from behind.
So it's not an action.
It gives me a boon on sneaking.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a...
Would you be looking to find a weak spot?
Yes. Which is attack with Bane. So would that cancel out?
that would cancel
Okay.
out.
I will, I'll shoot for the find weak spot.
Okay.
And then,
So you're attacking with your knife skill then, if you're stabbing him.
yes, correct.
So roll underneath your knife skill.
Well, that failed.
Okay. Are you going after the one that...
Yes.
Okay. So I think what happens here is you go into stealth mode, you scuttle on over there, she smashes him in the face and knocks him into you because she didn't see you get behind him.
We're still working on
The troubles
the
with
cohesion.
camouflage.
Yeah.
That was on 5s,
Yes.
6, 7.
Ooh, that's me.
Okay.
I would like to do. Okay, I don't remember how all of the spell stuff works. What do I need to do in order to cast my spell? Because I want to do Gust of Wind.
So, spells work because you have to spend a certain amount of willpower points.
Right.
It's 2 willpower points per level.
Okay.
What spell are you casting?
It was going to be Gust of Wind. Gust of Wind is rank 1, word and a gesture for requirement. Casting time is action, range is 10 meters.
Okay.
In a cone.
Okay.
Duration is instant.
That means that you're going to spend 2 points. I think you then also make a...
That would be
an
elementalist
yes,
roll?
yes.
Okay. Missed it.
Okay.
So Gust of Wind is... The spell summons a great gust of wind. All untethered objects and creatures up to a human size in the area of effect are pushed 2d4 meter away from you and suffer the same amount of bludgeoning damage. It's more against a swarm. But I imagine... I'm just flustered by... I don't know what that symbol was. This man has just died. And that really just kind of... I was in a mood and I just... The gust of wind
Lashed out with a magic gust of wind.
Yeah, it just
Like
goes the wrong way.
Okay.
At least it wasn't fireball.
On 8s, they get their attacks. There are 2 that are near the dead man, and there are 2 that come out of the opposite side of the center. One of them, it has to draw his sharpened bone blade. Goblins, they have their like main blade weapon of like the first thing that they ever killed, and they basically whittle it into a knife. After he picks himself up, rather than go grab his bow, he's just like and runs at you.
And then I can... Do I need this defensive or shield block in order to parry? Because it mentions heroic ability.
So,
if I use willpower, that's what I would need.
is that an ability that you have?
I don't.
Okay. So, one of the things that you'll have to get used to in Dragonbane is that you basically choose when you're making a defense.
Got it. Okay.
Generally you spend your action to do that. So it's basically just down to, does he hit you or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
It misses though. He charges at you full, and it's not even that you have to parry with your shield. You just back up until he finally gets he's like, I'm close enough, and swings at you, and he was not. He was still like 2 feet away.
Yeah. I mean, my flail is pretty flaily, so he was probably getting nervous about getting
right, because he's like, oh god. Meanwhile, the other one on your side is taking a shot at Titania.
Are you close to me?
Yeah, I imagine so, because you were at the body, I was at the body.
I'm basically assuming that all 3, like you and you are all on the one side of the wagon, whereas you have hidden underneath it. So you're all relatively close to each other. We're Theater of the Mining, TM here. So
I will use my heroic ability Guardian by forcing it forces the enemy to attack me instead of a close player.
Oh, okay.
I'll spend 2 willpower on that.
Okay, so how do you basically just... How do you get the goblin to shoot at you instead?
My current method that I use most often is just inserting myself between them fully. Okay. Like big, wide, armored shoulders, flail and shield. It's just very difficult to hit anybody except for me.
So really, it's like the POV shot of the goblin landing of the thing, and then you just step back. Well, that's good, because that cancels out the boon that he would have gotten for shooting you, because you had also failed your spot hidden roll. So, way to go, Jordan, to break the rules there. No, I'm just This is what we're supposed to be doing here. It's supposed to be teamwork. It makes the dream work and keeps the players alive, so we can keep playing this.
Yeah, what's that like?
However, it does hit.
Okay. That's fair. Hey, I didn't get hit last time. It's almost like it's even.
And
fair.
This time it will cost you. The bow does... Now, you also subtract your armor rating from this damage. And it is it's a D10 coming your way. It's going to be 6 points of raw damage.
And I have 4 armor class plus 1 with my helmet. So that's 1 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get poisoned?
You get what?
Do I get poisoned?
No.
Okay. That was why I was so freaked out about those arrows. I was like, don't poison my friends.
Me, I'm poisoned. You can poison me, but not my friend.
You can poison me. They can heal.
However, there are two other archers that are on the other side of the wagon that have charged in and are. You know what? You still haven't taken a shot, but they're gonna. So one's gonna shoot at you, but it's gonna be with a bane because you're camoed. The 14 will miss, and then the other guy is going to shoot at you because you are the big, juicy, shiny, knighty target.
And I'm like banging my flail against my.
Come on, bro! And that you will in fact enjoy a hit.
Yeah.
This one's going to be 9 though.
9 to hit? Okay, then that's just 4 damage. It's okay. I still have more health than everybody else here.
Okay, everybody, hand in your initiative cards. Let's do it again.
Question.
Yeah.
When can we use a heroic ability that's not on the nice little fancy chart?
What heroic ability
maybe
is
it's
it?
on here. Musician.
A musician is an action in combat.
Okay.
It takes 3 willpower points. You basically decide whether you give everybody the good guys a boon or the bad guys
a bane. Okay.
All right. On 1, 2.
Woof.
Funny you should say that.
Oh.
A vicious growl erupts from the darkness.
This bitch.
And
How portentous.
a warg rider,
Oh.
the leader of this goblin pack, leaps over the flames,
I hate him.
whirling a nasty, long, jagged bone scimitar. And as it leaps over the flames, it brings it down on you. You're like, I hope this works. That's what happens when you play the one non-squishy person.
Yep, I know.
Now, the Warg Rider is technically a monster,
Ooh.
which means that it will automatically hit unless you spend an action evading.
Okay.
Well, and you still have to roll either parry or evade, because this is now a melee attack.
Yeah. I'll
Did you dodge or parry?
Right, dodge or parry. But well, it's weird because the action is dodge, but the skill is evade.
Yeah.
Mm.
I will parry.
Okay. Just 1 second. So monster attacks cannot actually be parried
Okay.
unless it says that they can be parried.
They can only be evaded.
They can only be evaded.
I don't have as good of a skill in that.
That's why he's a bad man.
I know. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take it.
Okay, so I actually roll a d6 to see what attack they use. I roll a 1.
So it's the good.
It's a pounce. The ferocious warg pounces on you and slams you to the ground. You're going to take 2d8 damage.
-5, so hopefully he rolls real nice for me.
You're going to take 9.
Okay, so just 4.
And I'm assuming that this has got you now pinned onto the ground.
Yeah.
All right, that was on 2s. 3.
It's me. I'm gonna pull back and swoop my little. It's a banjo ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
Banjolele. A banjolele. And I play just like a really high energy like romp to get everybody like moving here and give everyone a boon.
All right.
Awesome.
It says it lasts until 1 turn.
Okay. 3, 4.
On my 1 turn,
Okay.
I am going to roll out from under the cart and attempt to stab one of the goblins that was attacking Bega in like the leg.
In the leg.
The liver, the kidney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, because of the soundtrack, you do get a boon to the roll. So roll 2d20 and choose the better of the two.
Nope.
Even with the boon?
Oh, never mind. They're both good. I forgot we're opposites.
They are both good. They are both really
Ethan,
good
for the
rolls.
love of duck.
For the love of quack. Okay, roll your damage then.
3.
Okay, yeah, you slash at one of the legs of the goblin. It hisses in pain. That was on 4, 5, 6.
Does this count?
This does. I think we've got a goblin on each of you,
Ooh. Don't love that.
plus the warg rider. But they go on a different number.
There's so many numbers left.
Miss.
Okay.
Hit.
Who were they?
Both of us.
Yeah.
You and me.
5, 3.
Do we get to?
Subtract your armor points from that.
Do we get an opportunity to dodge?
If you want to spend your action, you can dodge if you wish.
I'd like to. Let's try. And that goes off your evade skill, correct?
You have a boon.
Yes, and you do have a boon.
Oh, hey. Those are both. They're both D20s. Cool. Yeah, that's a 3 under a 12.
Okay, so you do not take any damage as you dodge away from the goblin.
Roll over.
I don't have any armor, I don't think, so.
Okay.
And I already used my action
Yep.
to banjo-lele.
Everybody's cashing their actions then, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Except for me.
Except for you, you're at a 9.
Yep.
Okay, what do you do?
Oh, I get my turn. I'm going to attack the warg rider. With a boon. With bludgeoning damage. That is 2 successes under my 14.
It's still only one success.
Yeah, it just makes me feel
I know you were coming off of Star Trek and
yes. So that is just going to be, the damage die. That is 2d8 for my flail. May I have another d8, please?
don't forget to add your strength damage bonus too.
Oh, yeah. That's a d6. 15 damage.
All right. Does this guy have any armor? It does not have any armor.
Okay, gave me a lot of help.
A vicious hit to the warg rider's back, and the spiked bit of your flail actually sticks in his leather armor and yanks him off of the beast. He hits the ground and is able to roll into a ready position with his jagged bone sword in one hand, and on his other side you can see his warg is ready to, like, they've practiced this. They know how to handle somebody that is able to actually pull him off of the beast.
Big, with her flail arm, rubs her nose and spits on the ground. Just a bloody glob comes off as she's about half health now.
Okay, well,
All right, Rocky.
But that's still 8 hit points. So
We're tied.
yeah.
he tilts his head, taps the ground twice,
That's not good.
points at you, and the warg just charges straight at you full speed and spears you for 16 points.
Woof.
Oh, I am down. Obviously, that's 11 points of damage for me.
Yeah, I think we've picked the wrong characters for this game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How's your health?
Perfect.
You still draw
No, I
an
dodged
initiative
it.
card because you do get to do some death saves.
Yeah. Big,
So
like,
go ahead and add your card to the staff.
Big is just like laid out, like dazed on the ground. Very in pain. Oh, thank you.
So this round didn't go so great for you guys.
What gave you
but-
that idea?
There is something that you can do to even your odds, because let's face it, sometimes you need to try to re-roll if you suck. And that is you can push rolls.
Oh, that's right.
I actually did know this.
If you push a roll, you can pick up the dice and re-roll them. However, that means you also have to check off one of the 6 conditions that is on your character sheet underneath a particular trait. So it could be angry, it could be tired, it could be weak, I think is another one.
Sickly, dazed.
Angry, scared, disheartened.
So what that means is, from now on, any rolls using the ability that you have checked off the condition on are rolled with a Bane.
Ew.
And it doesn't have to be like you don't like if you're re-rolling like an intelligence-based check. You don't have to check off intelligence. It's what makes the most sense to you or the narrative or what have you. 1.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, for the love of duck.
The Warg Rider.
Oh, I hate that guy.
You should.
Why is he
How
attacking
much did you hit him for? Was it like?
I thought it was 15.
I think it was like
was
15.
15.
Okay, just keeping a note of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost as much as that war hit me for.
Yeah, he done got you back.
Yeah, he did.
You got.
I did get got. I got good.
Oh, cool. The goblin leader remounts the warg, and as he does, it rears its head back, and they howl in unison.
Fucking amateurs.
And
It's
they
like
get
3 out of 10 howl, bitch.
I bet they get boons now.
Now, everybody must make a fear check.
Oh.
I am afeared.
Am I conscious enough to do that?
No, you're fine.
Hey.
You're out.
She's like, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
So what is the fear check?
Everybody must make a roll against their willpower. It can be pushed. If you fail, you have to roll on the fear table, which generally means you're going to take a condition.
No,
Yeah,
to
good.
clarify, this is our willpower number and not less whatever willpower we've
Correct.
used? Okay.
I
Used
believe.
a lot of
You're gonna go to the top.
willpower already.
The top willpower.
Oh, not okay. Too many things called willpower. Got it.
It's
I mean, they're the same thing.
I mean, but I've used.
No, I
Yeah,
get your issue, but
I have many.
this game. Okay, did anybody fail it? All right, apparently it was a 3 out of 10 howl.
I'm matched.
Literally, I rolled a 3.
Damn.
See? 3 out of 10.
Okay,
No for me, dog.
Actually, it was a 3 out of 20, but you know.
See? No for
2,
me, dog.
3,
Funny.
4.
you were
Oh,
two.
I got
You
a
were
2. I got 2. Sorry, I was busy being funny.
Or at least trying.
You betcha. I'm going to spend 2 willpower points to Fireball. Is your thing still up?
My thing?
No, it is not because
No, it was one turn. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will Fireball at the
Big dude.
warg. Yes! Okay, so the spell sends a fireball from your hand or focus at the target. The fireball can be dodged or parried as a ranged attack. So the fireball inflicts 2d6 damage on a hit and sets fire to flammable objects.
Yeah.
Now, something you should know. Well, first of all, monsters don't really dodge. They just sort of eat it.
Okay.
The second thing to know is that you can pump your spell up by spending more willpower points. Now, normally, this is something that you declare ahead of time.
Well, I would have done that.
But I also figured that this is something that you would have done that for.
Yes, I'm going to do 2 more to roll 2 more d6.
I believe it is
Because
2.
each power level beyond the first increases the damage by d6 or creates another fireball that hits another target within range.
Yeah, so if you, it's 2 per power level. So you have to spend 2 to get it to 2 or 4 to get it to 3.
Fuck it, we ball. 4 to get it to
Fuck
3.
it, we ball.
Or more specifically, we fireball.
Yeah.
All right, so
Feel like that should be a frickin' Pitbull
T-shirt?
song.
as long as we're doing this, what is your level 3, over 9,000 move here?
Oh, I think Oh, this is great. Because I can, if I do it at level 3, I can have 3 fireballs, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's 3 bad dudes, right?
Yes, but I would recommend having this be cinematic just because basically if you pump up to a 4d6 on the main bad guy, your chances of taking him out are very good instead of spreading your fire around.
Okay, cool. So, you see Titania just go, flame, fire, and then, oh, burn, and just directly at the dude.
Okay.
Right in
So
your
roll
face.
46, please.
Oh, that's 10.
That's good.
It's mid.
That's good.
That's good?
He had 9 hit points.
Yeah. There we go.
It's one of my favorite bits of cheap Dungeon Master theatrics, everyone. Is the, ooh, no.
No, I love that. I live for it. That shit's great.
The rider gets smashed off or blasted off of his horse, hits the wall of the pass, and it lets out this terrible burning scream. The warg lets out a heartbroken howl as it like scuttles over, picks the limp burning corpse of its master in its mouth, and skulks back into the darkness.
Oh man, now I kind of feel bad.
That was a cousin.
Shit, they ain't related.
As the warg goes back into the darkness, you hear the sounds of bows dropping onto the floor of the pass as the goblins have gotten a demonstration of Titania's power and decide that discretion is the better part of valor.
Yes! Flee from me! The storm blast!
I bet y'all's grannies was snakes.
Little help!
Can I do a medicine? A healer?
I don't think that's a thing I'm good at. So...
I'll heal you. Okay.
Are you doing magical heal?
I just have
Or-
healing. I don't have a magical healing spell.
That's what I was wondering.
That's a different school.
Oh, yours is D's.
What DC you at?
9.
9.
Dragonbane has a lot of interesting side rules that as you read the rules, you're like, oh, well, that's cute. And this is one of them. You can make a healing roll to stop bleeding.
Yeah.
However, you can also make a persuade roll to basically be like, "Tsh, get back in there!
Oh.
More of
I'm good at that.
a Becca, come back. My poor cheeks have suffered enough on the ground already.
Does anybody here have bandages?
Nerp.
Nerp.
Can I rip part of my
I think
cloak
it's an item.
to make it?
It is an item.
I know it's an item.
Does anybody have the gold to retroactively spend
I have
to get
4 silver.
bandages?
I think I'm a very poor lizard.
I have a cart full of things I was going to sell.
Right. You know what? I think we're just going to hand wavy it because we didn't necessarily know this.
Okay.
But to be able to stabilize, you're going to want to have bandages in the future.
You guys could just let me roll.
We have
If you want to save the
Banjo.
money, you know.
Jizz.
Bandoges. Banjo.
Banjo. No, I thought yours was a banjolele.
It is a banjolele.
Banjo lately, jizz.
Well, you're able to stabilize the night. We get everybody a chance to rest. Now,
So, what was that there thing that they did give you? You had a bundle of something up in your hands.
Is there actually something in here?
not actually,
Oh,
but there is something in the fiction. There is a small pair of legs.
Like actual legs? Or...
No, like a.
Like from a baby.
I don't know. That's big. Yo, I'm wearing Rattlesnake.
No,
vertebrae.
like
Well, come on.
maybe like a doll or a statue, because it's heavy, like a stone statue, and it has like a little stand at the bottom, so you can.
Okay. It seems to be legs of some sort.
And it is wrapped in what looks to be a map.
Oh. It's in a map. Can I roll myths and legends?
You can just unroll the map because it's the same one.
No, I meant to see what the thing is.
Oh, to see what the thing is.
Yeah. I gotta read a map. I know it's of course it's a map.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a myths and legends roll.
Another 20. Is that the second time you've biffed a myths and legends roll with a 20 in a row?
Maybe we should stop taking those.
Maybe I should stop.
Can she roll can she mark experience on it twice?
No, which is the real sad part.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like this is Delta Green all over again.
You didn't take riding, right?
I think I did.
Oh,
As
for the love of God.
As Titania stares at the artifact encased within the map, that is where we end our episode here tonight. Be sure to join us next week for the exciting next chapter in our playthrough of The Secret of the Dragon Emperor. Until then, this is Rob Whelan saying, just repeat to yourself, it's only a game. I should really just relax. Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.